Hello, and thank you for joining us at today's council meeting. So what we have here is a box of Time Spiral. Now, something interesting about this box, it looks like it's been resealed. However, if I hadn't watched my LGS pull this out of the actual sealed box that these came in with the case, opening up the case, pulling it out, I'd be kind of worried. My other box that I got doesn't look like that, so I'm going to go ahead and open this one up and keep the other sealed. So we'll see how it turns out, but man, the quality control is just seriously lacking. So it doesn't look like the packs have been resealed. They're still like they should look. So yeah, I don't know what to say. It's just so much product fatigue with everything that's going on and how many things they're putting out. And quality definitely is not what I consider there. So, well, I'll just kind of go quickly through the commons. I don't know that there's anything worth much, although there are some cool uncommons and uncommons. Let's kind of put that up to the side. So we got Haze of Rage, a Meyer Boa, a Spore Sower Thalid, and a Chroma's Memorial for our first mythic, and a Vanquisher's Banner. Yeah, this is not a repack thing. It's just crappy quality control. Yeah, you wouldn't be repacking with an Chroma's Memorial and Vanquisher's Banner in the same pack. It's just, so I was worried about people saying that if I were to ever try and sell it and say, oh, well, this has been repackaged, and trying to deal with that. So I decided to open up that one and leave the other one that's got a really pretty seal sealed. So we got Clockwork Hydra, Skittering Monstrosity, Fury Sliver, and a Kerkeep as our first rare, and a Temur Battle Mage as our second frame shifted. The other thing that I'm not a fan of with this set is they way underprinted it. The boxes are out of control for the price. I mean, if I hadn't pre-ordered these, there would have been no way I would have gotten them. Big Game Hunter, Whip Spine Drake, Lost Aramancers, and a Pulmonic Sliver with a Gary, Grey Merchant of Asphodel. It's one of those situations where they could have just basically sold this and made a lot of money. Ooh, Gemhide Sliver. Always need those. But they underprinted it, so the FOMO meant that people just went out and bought as much as they could, and there's like no packs to be had. We got a Bonded Fetch. Ooh, a Krosan Grip. I'll put this off to the side, even though it's not worth quite as much in the reprint. It's still a commander staple. We got a Stormcloud Djinn and Life and Limb, with a Sigil of the Empty Throne as our time-shifted card. So, I mean, this could have been a chance to get some meaningful reprints for some of these cards, but it's just, I don't think it's going to end up having that. So in light of an Old Corrosa, Riftwing Scoutclate, Sudden Death, and a Pack of Negation. I'm going to put that with the Mythics because that's one of the best rares in the set. So we've got a Trigun Predator as our time-shifted card. I also have, I know a little bit about the prices. I pre-ordered the cards that I really wanted. It's really weird. Some of them have gone down in price, others have gone up. Sliver Legion went down in price, and I needed that for my Sliver deck, because if you're trying to get an English printing of that, you are looking to spend, you know, over $100. You could go foreign language for about 50, but yeah, this is selling right now for much less. So we've got a Scrib Ranger, Calcium Forms, Riftmark Knight, and a Greater Gargadon. Yeah, it's okay. And then a Johnny's Pride Mate for the Time Shifted. I've also noticed that regular foils are not as common in these packs, so opened a few loose packs. I think 12 so far, and I've seen one regular foil. Not even the time-shifted foil, just the regular foils. So we'll see what's going on. A lot of interesting things going on with this set. So we've got a thick-skinned goblin, a salt-crusted steep, a fungal reaches, and an extra... I think that's another really good one. Ooh, this is a great one. Crystal Shard. It's a great time shifter. That's a classic in Commander for shenanigans. Ooh, we do got a foil back there. As I'm talking about not finding foils, we've got a foil. Okay, so we got a Salt Blast. We got a Thuthus. Sorry, I can't pronounce words, apparently. We got an Arc Blade. And we got a Dranu Lichlord with a Goblin Engineer. And a Judge Unworthy common foil. Set that over there. So, what are your thoughts on this set? Is it good, bad? Overall feelings. We'll talk about that. So we got a Muck Drub, Trump the Domains, Wipe Away, and a Sudden Spoiling. With Relentless Rats. Oh, and the hot face. Oh. Well, there is exactly a 0 chance that this was resealed at this point. This is going on TCG for, I think, about $320 as of right now. If somebody's going to open it and fiddle with the packs, they're not going to leave something worth more than the cost of the box on the table. Oh, I don't know if I want to try and sell that or what. Man, that's just very spicy. So we got a Stormwing Entity, a Mycologist. I work with some Mycologists. They're cool people. A Street Wrath, and a Living End for our second mythic, and a Ramump Ruins as our time-shifted card. So, yeah, a friend of the channel, Wherefore, he pulled 2 of these foils, so let's see if we can get another one and pay for, maybe another box if we order it for the exorbitant prices they're paying. So we got Sudden Shock, Lightning Axe, which is, I'm going to put down here because that's a great one, and a Phenolite Hermit. Ooh, with a Cloud Shredder Sliver and a Pythus foil, but it's not as spicy as my other foil, so it's going on the bottom. So I wonder, with the number of foils I'm coming across, if maybe it went back to the old ratio. So this was the one that I had popped open a bit to show that these were good packs. That's why it was loose. And it's got a foil in there too. So we've got Rebuff the Wicked, a Dune Rider Outlaw, Joda's Avenger, and Moranga Petroglyphs with a Goramog Angler and a Spike Tail Drakeling. So again, not as spicy as the Thoughtseize, which as soon as I'm done here, it's getting triple sleeved to keep it from turning into a Pringle. So we've got a Stormfront Riders, Premature Burial, a Sliversmith, which I'm going to keep out, and a Jaya Ballard Task Mage with Molten Rain as the time shifted. So basically, Thoughtseize paid for the box. This is all just extra on top of it. Okay, so we've got Knight of the Holy Nimbus, Rebuff the Wicked, a Dune Rider Outlaw, and a Rada, Heir to Keld. Very cool. Ooh, and Read the Bones. I love the old frames. I'm a paper boomer, so yeah, I'm happy seeing a lot of the old frames. And I love that there's one in a pack. I mean, this set was just so close to being perfection. But the supply issue and the quality control, those are things. So this is already, I don't know if you can see that, it's starting to curl, so I may pause it here in a second to go get one, to get the sleeve. So we've got in Minions Murmurs, Utopia Mycon, Basalt Gargoyle, and a Heartwood Storyteller with Farseek. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this real quick and go get my... Sorry about that. This was already starting to curl on me, and I just don't want it to curl. So, got it into one of our top loaders, and let's move these foils up here, because that's just too much money to let turn into a Pringle. I'll have to pull out my others that I got, the buy box promos, because those are already curled. Alright, so we got a Mystical Teachings. Ooh, we got a Smallpox. I love this card so much. Each player loses 1 life, discards a card, sacrifices a creature, then sacrifices a land for 2 black mana. No other thing to make the salt rise at the table than playing that. So I'm going to put that over there because I do like to play that in black. Got a Molten Slag Heap and a Lotus Bloom with an Evolutionary Leap and a cool insect token. Okay. I mean, there's a lot of decent value rares and mythics that we haven't seen yet. We've only seen 2 mythics so far, so we're probably due for another mythic. We got a Brine Elemental, Outrider and Core, a Shaper Parasite. There's our mythic, a Wheel of Fate. Fortunately, it's gone down in price quite a bit. And Young Peasy. That one's worth a pretty penny, I think. So, I was looking at buying the Wheel of Fate. It's about $1 right now, which is a fantastic price for this because, yeah, the Time Spiral sets, they had ways to interact with the suspend counters and remove them or add them. So that could be a way to basically have this looming wheel effect over people's heads if you're playing something like Niv Mizzet. It's just gross. Or if you do something bad like Hull Breacher, where they don't get cards, you get, well, 21 treasure tokens, Conflate, Dormant Sliver, and a Riptide Pillager with a Sedge Sliver. Ooh. That's a good one. And an Ethereal Armor. I am very much a fan of doing bad things, and that Hull Breacher combo is just, it's just not funny. And we got the Simian Spirit Guide, good for a reprint. Yeah, but the art is weird. Mr. Hombre, I don't feel so good, as it's kind of, yeah, bad jokes, bad dad jokes. Sheevan Meteor, not my favorite. Harmonize, Dread Return, and a Draining Whelk with a Repeal as our time shifted. Sorry, you'll hear tons of bad dad jokes from me. So, okay, so we got a Firewalk, Wake Sliver, and Urza's Factory, Harmonic Sliver, with a Hivestone, which is a great one. So creatures you control are slivers in addition to their other creature types. In my sliver deck, it's actually Sisay, the Weatherlight Captain, as the commander, to be able to tutor out the, expensive slivers, and I've got a few other creatures in there to help. This makes them all slivers. Then we got an Ancient Den. Ooh. Utopia Vow. Foil, and yes, the foils are already starting to curl out of the pack. Wizards, you gotta fix your quality. Seriously. Things weren't this bad even during 4th edition. Of course, Terramorphic Expanse, because, yay. Wish they would use the new art on Terramorphic Expanses. So we got a Cryptic Annelid, a Core Dirge, a Henchfiend of Ukor, and a Kavrik the Merciless, with a Consuming Aberration as our time shifted. So, keep track of what the prices are for this. Just keep in mind that prices are going to shift around, especially with the set. Although people are doing mass openings, so if you did get an extra one, and you're not sure what to do with it, keep it sealed. Time Bender, Llanowar Mentor, and Imperiosaur, with a Glittering Wish, and Alicia, who smiles at death. Ooh, really wanted an Alicia, was going to pre-order it. Can't believe that's only a 20-cent card. Alicia should be worth more. So we got a Cloud Key foil. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's such a... I might have to put it down here with my Thoughtseize, because I think that's going to be worth a pretty penny. So as it enters the battlefield, choose artifact, creature, enchantment, instant, or sorcery. Spells you cast of the chosen type cost 1 less to cast. So I'm making a Traxos deck, and that's going in there. We got a Poultice Sliver, a Rough Tumble, Cloudseeker, and Magara of Corondor, with Primeval Titan and a Might Sliver foil. Needed a Might Sliver, so that's a good pull. And I just completely lost my train of thought is what I'm talking about. But I didn't play during this era. Really, I did a little bit of tabletop stuff, nothing formalized, and I collected. And I'm pretty happy I collected, because I have some of these cards, just, I'm ecstatic. But we're due for a mythic, so let's see if we get one. Stonecloaker, a Return to Dust, Faceless Devourer, we got Walk the Aeons, and Corsair of Krufix, and a Deep Cavern Imp foil. So, I think we're not going to get another foil rare, because we got one, but it's a decent foil rare to get. Let's, Mana Tithe, I'm going to put that down here with my commander stuff. Henchfiend of Ukor, Dread Return, Necrotic Sliver, and Coalition Relic. That is a good one with Elvish Mystic. It's a really good one, so you can add 1 mana of any color. But you can add a charge counter, and then beginning of pre-combat man phase, remove all charge counters. Add 1 mana of any color for each charge counter removed this way. So this is prone to abuse, especially in a set that interacts with counters, and other sets which have Proliferate. So you could definitely do some really, really good stuff. Like Logic Knot. That's actually one I'm going to pull out. That's a fun one. Okay, so we've got Mycologist, a Fury Sliver, another Krosan Grip, and an Aeon Chronicler with Sylvan Scrying. Not too bad. Not too bad. I'm tempted to make an old frame deck just to see. I do have some potential old frame commanders that I've pulled, and I've got some old frame legends that I could use. So we'll see if I do a janky deck like that. Got a Cloudseeder, a Sporesaur Thalid, a Phantom Worm, and Angel's Grace, with a Leveler. Just really gross things if you're running like a Jace or, you know, Thassa's Oracle or what have you. Or what's the other one? I think it's Laboratory Assistant or something. There's a few of the cards that have that thing. So we've got Joda's Avenger, Calciform Pools, Bonded Fetch, and a Benelish Commander with Mortify as our time shifted. Yeah, my biggest issue is just great cards. I love the time shifted. Good selection on things that they're adding. My biggest problem is just the supply issues. If people can't get it to play with it, I mean, it's not a good reprint. Sudden Death, Lost Auramancers, Pongify, and a Reiterate with Burrell, Chief of Compliance. That's a good one. Especially for blue. Yeah, it rewards being naughty and countering things and making people who are not playing blue cry. So, but yeah, just that the fact that people can't get the cards to play with it's a huge problem. I mean, I do have whalish tendencies, but I mean, I really wish that Wizards had printed enough of these for people to play. Straight Wraith, Arcblade, Scrub Ranger, and a Gemstone Caverns Mythic, or our 4th Mythic of the box. So we've got Anger of the Gods there. That is a good hit. I'm probably not going to be collecting this set just because of the price points. It's too much, and I am going to keep one sealed, I think. So we got a Whipspine Drake, Stronghold Rats, a Firemaw, Kavu, Nether Trainer, and a Slimy. We got Slimefoot the Stowaway in the old frame. I have a Slimefoot commander deck that I'm working on upgrading, and that is definitely going to be going in order to upgrade my deck. Okay, so we got Calciderm, Primal Force Mage, Thysis, and Sanger Nosferatu with a Vandal Blast, and Claw Transmuter. So, it'll be interesting to see what happens with the prices on this long term, but I really hope that Wizards decides to do another print run of this and just get it out there for people to be able to play with. These are fun cards, they do fun things, but if you can't actually play them, I mean, these are, yeah. You got Lightning Axe, I'll put down here, Fungal Reaches, Griffin Guide, and Miri the Cursed, with the Banishing Light time shifted. So, looking ahead, we got Strixhaven coming up soon. We're going to start seeing the Paradise Plumes as it enters the battlefield. Choose a color. Whenever a player casts a spell, the chosen color, you may gain 1 life, and add 1 mana of the chosen color to your mana pool. That's gone in my little pile I like. We got Spell Burst. Oh, that's nice. That might actually come here. We got Salt Blast. We got Valen of Havenwood and Nature's Flame. 2 packs left in the box. I do have a few of the draft packages coming that I'll open. Got one I'm going to save for something coming up later this year. And other people in the council will be opening some of these boxes, so keep on the lookout for that. So we got Wipe Away, Keen Sense, Delay, and a Fungus Sliver with Arc of Orkaza, and a Sulfur Elemental Foil. Griffin Token. Well, just about out of this opening. Ooh, Green Seeker, that's a decent one. Sinew Sliver, that's a great one. Okay, so we got a Char Rumbler, Yavimaya Druid, Storm Entity, and Magus of the Future. With the Panharmonicon! Old Frame, that is another hit. And Riddle of Lightning. And an ape. So, we only had a 4 mythic box, but I mean, we got us a foil Thoughtseize here, y'all. And I'm probably gonna find a perfect fit sleeve for that. So, we got 4 mythics, but we did get a Pact of Negation, which is a really good hit. Other rares that we got. I'm not sure on the prices of some of these. I think Coalition Relic is worth something. That one's worth a couple of bucks. I think that might be worth something. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think that one's worth something, and that's just a buck. And then on the time shifted, I know well, we obviously have the Thoughtseize. We also have Cloud Key Foil. I think that one's worth a couple of bucks. Some of these I don't know the prices on. I think that one might be worth something. Young Peasy is worth something. So a lot of these are worth a couple of bucks. Yeah, that one's worth something for sure. So definitely got our money's worth out of the box and got some really good cards. Well, if you are on the lookout for cards, please check out our sponsor over at Geekified. You can find them at geekified.us. They have sealed and singles, so go ahead and check them out. And hopefully you've enjoyed this video, so if you're interested in when we're meeting next, go ahead and subscribe, hit that bell notification, and you can join us in our Discord. So thank you all for coming today. Hopefully this was as fun for you as it was for me. I mean, I certainly had a blast. But we hope to see you at the next one. So thank you for coming again, and our meeting is now adjourned. Hope you have a fantastic day.